Remember when cereal was the king of breakfast? Like the undisputed champion of American mornings? You'd roll out of bed, pour yourself a bowl the size of your face, drown it in milk, and bam! That was breakfast. No questions asked. No protein, no fiber. Just sugar, crunch, and pure childhood happiness. Cereal wasn't just food. It was an identity. You picked your cereal the way people pick sports teams. Team Frosted Flakes, Team Captain Crunch, Team whatever came with a free toy. But somewhere along the way, America broke up with cereal. And not quietly. Sales dropped. Shelves shrank. Mascots aged like expired milk. The balanced breakfast commercials disappeared like they owed someone money. Now the big question is, how did cereal go from America's breakfast superstar to an optional snack you eat at 10 p.m. when you've given up on the day? That's what we're diving into. From rising sugar panic to dishwashing avoidance to Gen Z straight up skipping breakfast, cereal didn't just fall off, it got replaced. So grab a bowl, or don't, and let's explore the why behind cereal's great downfall. And hey, if you're watching on your phone or computer, hit that subscribe button. TV viewers, we still love you, but you gotta move to click it. Before cereal became the forgotten middle child of breakfast, it was basically America's Beyoncé. It had the fame, the marketing, and the kind of cultural dominance influencers can only dream of. Let's rewind. From the 1950s through the early 2000s, cereal wasn't just popular. It was the morning routine. Parents loved it. Kids worshipped it. Advertisers threw millions at it. Saturday morning cartoons, a 30-minute cereal commercial disguised as entertainment. Mascots like Tony the Tiger, the Trix Rabbit, and Lucky the Leprechaun. These weren't characters. They were celebrities. They were MCU-level icons long before Marvel even figured out what a multiverse was. And cereal wasn't just food. It was a lifestyle brand. It was colorful. It was crunchy. It came with prizes. It fit perfectly with the rise of TV culture and fast American mornings. By the 1990s, cereal basically owned breakfast. Every grocery aisle looked like a sugary, cartoon-filled Vegas strip. But then, something shifted. Around the mid-2000s, cereal sales started dipping. Slow at first, then suddenly like someone kicked the table out from under it. Kids were eating less of it. Adults were skipping breakfast altogether. And the once mighty cereal brands started looking a little outdated. Turns out the breakfast throne isn't guaranteed, not even for the Frosted Flakes dynasty. Cereal didn't just get competition, it got outsmarted, outmarketed, and out-lifestyled by an entire generation that wanted something faster, healthier, easier, or honestly, nothing at all. But why did this fall happen so dramatically? Well, part of the mystery starts with something we all hate more than early mornings. Dirty dishes. That's right. Cereal's first downfall wasn't sugar, health trends, or capitalism. It was a bowl and a spoon. Let's be honest for a second. Cereal's biggest enemy isn't protein. It isn't milk prices. It isn't even the sugar police. It's the sink. Because here's the cold, crunchy truth. Cereal requires dishes, a bowl and a spoon. That's two whole items you have to wash before work, school, or, let's be real, your morning doom-scrolling session. Meanwhile, breakfast competitors out here are like, just grab me and go. Protein bars, 0 dishes. Starbucks breakfast sandwich, 0 dishes. McDonald's drive-thru, 0 dishes unless you count the guilt. Even smoothies are like, okay, yeah, I have a cup, but you're taking me with you. Cereal? It traps you at home like a clingy ex. And modern Americans? We are busy. Too busy. We're rushing out the door. We're late to Zoom meetings we didn't want to attend. We're dropping kids off. We're commuting. We're fighting for parking at Trader Joe's for absolutely no reason. A morning routine with extra steps? No, Thank you. There's actually data behind this. Millennials and Gen Z overwhelmingly prefer portable, on-the-go breakfasts. That means something you can hold in one hand while driving or eating, or pretending you're not eating during a virtual meeting. Cereal doesn't fit that lifestyle anymore. No one is pouring a bowl of Frosted Flakes in their car at 7:55 a.m. If you are, please seek counseling. And don't forget, dishes in the sink equals psychological tax. You leave that bowl to soak? Congratulations, you just created a lifelong resident. So did America quit cereal because of the ingredients? Not yet. America quit cereal because washing dishes before 9 a.m. is a hate crime. But the bigger crash for cereal wasn't just convenience, it was something sweeter and darker. Time to talk about sugar. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or rather, the mascot in the room. Because for decades, cereal companies pulled off one of the greatest PR stunts in food history. They convinced parents that sugar-coated dessert nuggets were a healthy way to start the day. And parents believed it. Honestly, who can blame them? The commercials were adorable. A tiger telling you your breakfast is great. A leprechaun promising you magically delicious vitamins. A cartoon rabbit doing parkour for a bowl of tricks. That's emotional manipulation at its finest. But here's the thing. Eventually, people started reading nutrition labels, and everything fell apart. Parents in the 2000s looked at the sugar content of cereals and went, "Wait, this has more sugar than a donut." And for the first time, cereal lost its moral high ground. Studies started dropping left and right. Kids' cereals equals 30 to 50% sugar. Some bowls equals same sugar as ice cream. Whole grain labels equals mostly marketing. Suddenly, that balanced breakfast graphic with fruit, toast, milk, and cereal looked like it was designed by a marketing intern with questionable morals. Enter Gen Z, the generation that reads labels, checks ingredients, and does not trust anything with a mascot that shouts at them. For Gen Z, cereal isn't nostalgic. It's suspicious. They're more protein-focused, more fiber-focused, more, "I saw a TikTok that said seed oils are evil, so I'm scared of everything now," focused. Classic sugary cereals? They're fun, but they don't fit the healthy-ish identity modern young adults want. Cereal companies tried to respond. Lower sugar formulas, high protein, cereal, keto cereal, grain-free cereal that costs more than a gym membership, but the damage was done. The trust was broken. Cereal used to be mom-approved. Now it's mom checked the label and said absolutely not. And just when cereal thought the sugar problem was the worst of it, the grocery store dealt another blow. If the sugar problem didn't knock cereal off the breakfast throne, the price did. Because at some point in the last decade, cereal went from affordable family staple to, "Why is this $6 for a box that weighs less than a sock?" Let's start with shrinkflation, the silent killer of childhood joy. Remember those big, glorious cereal boxes that felt huge when you were little? Well, they're smaller now. Way smaller. But the price? Oh, that went up. It's like cereal companies thought we wouldn't notice if they shaved off 20% of the volume and hoped nostalgia would cover the difference. Spoiler, it did not. Consumers started realizing they were paying more for less. Not a great combo. Then add rising costs. Corn prices up. Sugar prices up. Packaging prices up. Milk prices are definitely up. If you've bought milk recently, my condolences. Suddenly, that bowl of cereal is no longer the cheap breakfast it used to be. Now compare cereal to the alternatives. Eggs, cheaper per serving than they've been in years. Frozen breakfast sandwiches, affordable and portable, overnight oats, pennies per serving and TikTok approved. Smoothies? Okay, those add up fast, but they feel healthy, which is, unfortunately, more important than being affordable. Cereal sits in this weird middle zone, not the healthiest, not the fastest, no longer the cheapest, and shrinking by the year. It's like buying a concert ticket where the band plays fewer songs but still charges VIP pricing, and that frustration is real. Families started asking, why are we paying premium prices for something that leaves us hungry an hour later? Cereal used to win on value. Now it struggles to win on anything, except nostalgia. If cereal lost the breakfast throne, then who stole the crown? Well, pretty much everyone. Breakfast used to be a simple battlefield, cereal versus toast. Now it looks like the Olympics: smoothies, protein shakes, breakfast burritos, avocado toast, fast food breakfasts, overnight oats, yogurt bowls. I run on iced coffee alone, and Gen Z's favorite, no breakfast at all. So let's break down the new champions. 1. Smoothies. They're colorful, aesthetic, Instagrammable, and you can drink them while driving. A smoothie doesn't talk back. A smoothie doesn't require dishes. A smoothie fits the vibe. Cereal simply cannot compete with something that can be purple, green, and neon blue all at once. 2. Protein shakes. America collectively decided protein solves all problems. Hunger, gym motivation, taxes, heartbreak, everything. Protein cereal? Cute try. Protein shakes walked in and said, I got this. 3. Breakfast, burritos, and sandwiches. You can hold them in one hand and your sanity in the other. Plus, eggs, cheese, carbs, the holy trinity. 4. Fast food breakfast. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Dunkin'. They won because they offer one thing cereal never will: drive-through energy. You can literally remain half asleep and still acquire a full meal. That's unbeatable. 5. Overnight oats and yogurt bowls. They're cheap, customizable, and TikTok turned them into a personality trait. 6. Skipping breakfast. The intermittent fasting crowd entered the chat, and cereal never stood a chance. All these new options solved the 4 things cereal failed at: more protein, more portable, more healthy feeling, 0 dishes. Cereal wasn't beaten by one competitor. It was taken down by a whole lifestyle shift. Now the final question, is cereal dead or just evolving? So, is cereal truly dying? Not exactly. It's more like cereal got left behind while the rest of us grew up, got busier, got more stressed, and started pretending we care more about protein than we actually do. Cereal didn't change, we did. We want breakfasts we can eat in the car. We want something with more protein than a dusting of wheat. We want meals that don't guilt-trip us with 12 grams of sugar before 9 a.m. And most importantly, we do not want to wash dishes. Cereal will always have nostalgia power. It will always be the 10 p.m. snack king. And it will always sit on that grocery shelf whispering, hey, remember Saturday mornings? But in the modern breakfast world, it's no longer the superstar. It's the comfort food side character we visit occasionally. If you enjoyed this deep dive into America's strangest food shifts, make sure you hit that subscribe button, especially if you're on your phone or computer. Let's explore the why again in the next episode.